I don't know if you noticed, but I have my Goodlettsville number 9 Go Nathan Taylor t-shirt on, obviously from last year. He's no longer little enough to play Little League, and I'm missing some baseball. I know you guys are too. So anyway, we are going to jump right into chapter 10 of little old Despero. So far, I would love to know what you think about him, whether or not you think this is a kind of a cool book. It really kind of touches both boys and girls' interest, I think. So let's look at chapter 10, and I'll go ahead and start. It says, Good Reasons. The entire mouse community, as instructed by the most very honored head mouse, had gathered behind the wall of the castle ballroom. The members of the Mouse Council sat atop 3 bricks piled high, and spread out before them was every mouse, old and young, foolish and wise, who lived in the castle. They were all waiting for Despero. "Make way," said Furlough. "Here he is. I've got him. Make way." Furlough pushed through the crowd of mice. Despero clung to his brother's tail. Who's leading him there? Why is he even going there? I know. It makes you feel sorry for him, don't you? A little bit. "There he is," the mice whispered. "There he is. He's so small. They say he was born with his eyes open." Some of the mice pulled away from Despero in disgust, and others, thrill seekers, reached out to touch him with a whisker or a paw. The princess put a finger on him. "They say he sat at the foot of the king. It is simply not done." This came the distinctive voice of Despero's Aunt Florence. "Make way," shouted Furlough. "I have him right here. I have Despero Tilling, who had been called to sit with the Mouse Council." He led Despero to the front of the room. "Honored members of the Mouse Council," shouted Furlough, "I have brought you Despero Tilling, and as you requested, to sit with you. He looked over his shoulder at Despero. "Let go of me," Furlough said. So his dad's the one that calls the meeting. His dad does not stand up for him. And now his brother is leading him to what almost sounds like an execution, doesn't it? I know. Despero dropped Furlough's tail. He looked up at the members of the Mouse Council. His father met his gaze and then shook his head and looked away. Despero turned and faced the sea of mice. "To the dungeon!" a voice cried out. "Straight to the dungeon with him!" Despero's head, which had been full of such delightful phrases such as "happily ever after" and "lovely ears" and "I honor you," suddenly cleared. "Straight to the dungeon!" another voice shouted. "Enough!" said the most high, very honored head mouse. "This trial will be conducted in an orderly fashion. We will act civilized." He cleared his throat and he said to Despero, "Son, turn and look at me." Despero turned. He looked up and into the head mouse's eyes. They were dark eyes, deep and sad and frightened. And looking into them, Despero's heart thudded once, twice. "Despero Tilling?" said the head mouse. Yes, sir," said Despero. "We, the 14 members of the Mouse Council, have discussed your behavior. First, we will give you a chance to defend yourself against these rumors of your egregious acts. Did you or did you not sit at the foot of a human king?" I did," said Despero, "but I was listening to music. Sir, I was there to hear the song that the king was singing." "To hear the what?" The song, sir. He was singing a song about deep purple falling over sleepy garden walls." The head mouse shook his head. "Whatever you are talking about is beside the point. The question is this, and only this. did you sit at the foot of a human king? I did, sir. The community of mice shifted their tails and paws and whiskers, and they waited. And did you allow the girl human, the princess, to touch you? Her name is P. Never mind her name. Did you allow her to touch you? Yes, sir, said Despereaux. I let her touch me, and it felt good. A gasp arose from the assembled mice. Despereaux heard his mother's voice. Mon Dieu, is it not the end of the world? It was a touch. What of it? It is simply not done, came Aunt Florence's voice from the crowd. To the dungeon, said a mouse in the front row. Silence, roared the most very honored head mouse. Silence. And he looked down at Despereaux. Do you, Despereaux Tilling, understand the sacred, never-to-be-broken rules of conduct for being a mouse? Well, yes, sir, said Despereaux, but I guess, but did you break them? Oh, yeah. Well, yes, sir, said Despereaux, and he raised his voice, but I broke the rules for a good reason, because of music and because of love. Love? Said the head mouse. Oh, cripes, said Furlough. Here we go. I love her, sir, said Despereaux. We are not here to talk about love. This trial is not about love. This trial is about you being a mouse, shouted the most very honored head mouse from high atop the bricks, and not acting like one. Yes, sir, said Despereaux. I know. No, I don't think you do know. And because you do not deny the charges, you must be punished. You are to be sent, as ancient Castle Mouse law decrees, to the dungeon. You are being sent to the rats. That's right, shouted a mouse in the crowd. That's the ticket. The dungeon? The rats? Despereaux's small little heart sank all the way to the tip of his tail. There would be no light in the dungeon. No stained glass windows, no library, no books, and there would be no Princess P. But first, said the most very honored head mouse, we will give you the chance to renounce your actions. We will allow you to go to the dungeon with a pure heart. Renounce? Repent. Say that you're sorry that you sat at the foot of the human king. Say that you're sorry that you allowed a human princess to touch you. Say that you regret these actions. Despereaux felt hot, then cold, and then hot again. Renounce her? Renounce the princess? Mon Dieu, shouted the mother. Son, do not act the fool. Just renounce and repent. What say you, Despereaux Tilling? I say no, whispered Despereaux. What? No, said Despereaux, and that time he did not whisper the word. I am not sorry. I will not renounce my actions. I love her. I love the princess. There was a bellow of collective outrage. The whole of mouse community surged towards Despereaux. The mice seemed to become so angry as one angry body with hundreds of tails and thousands of whiskers and one huge hungry mouth opening up and closing and opening and closing, saying over and over again, to the dungeon, to the dungeon, to the dungeon. The words pounded through Despereaux's body with each beat of his heart. Very well, said the most very honored head mouse. You will die, then with a black heart. Threadmaster, he called, bring out the thread. Despereaux marveled at his own bravery. He admired his own defiance. And then, reader, he fainted. You just gotta love the mouse. You just gotta love him. So, let's do something. There are some color sheets in the front of your folder that was prepared for you. There's different ones, and I just want you to choose one. This one's awfully cute. Maybe you need to color that one for me. I think that just kind of depicts him. And then there is, oh, the pretty little princess. I don't know that you boys might want to color her, but I know that some of my girls will. Okay. There's a picture of the kingdom. All right. So if we go to chapters 9 and 6 handout, it looks like this. It's cute little Despero, right? And it's asking to write 6 adjectives that describe Despero Tilling. Now look, people. You, look at me. You are in 4th grade. You are not going to write little, cute, small, furry. No. You're going to give me characteristics or adjectives that describe who the character of Despero is. Is he foolish? Is he wise? Is he lovesick? Is he brave? Has someone betrayed him? Is he purposeful? Is he full of dreams? You need to pick 6 very good adjectives that describe him, and they may not be little, furry, cute, small. None of those. Good words that describe who we know Despero to be right now up to chapter 10. And then I want you to write 3 really good sentences. Despero is the main character in the story. Do you like this character? Why or why not? So you would start off, Despero is the main character and I like him because. Or Despero is the main character and I don't really like him because. Use your own words, but make certain that they're good sentences, at least 5 words, capital letters, punctuation, spell the words correctly. If you don't know, ask somebody to help you with the words you're looking for. Same with the adjectives. Make certain that you look them up, okay? You can use your dictionary.com, all right? But I want you to finish this page. I want you to color a page, and I would like for you to email me a picture of it once you're finished. Thanks, guys. Oh, one more thing. Nani's newspaper. That is the Raz Kid. So there were 3 different stories you had to read and answer questions and play different games with them so that you could gather points with that Raz Kids. So I will be checking that on Friday morning. So you have until tonight to get it finished, okay? Now there are things that are for a grade and then there are things that are for participation. Either way, I need to see them, okay? Go Despero, go! Wonder if he's related to Scooter Boudreaux.